I invite you to use this recording before sleeping. And so at the end of this recording, you'll be able to drift off into a deep and restorative sleep. But while you're listening to my voice, you'll be able to follow along, your subconscious hearing everything that I invite. And you can just effortlessly and easily experience the things that I invite you to experience. And so you can just begin by resting now. Resting down wherever it is you'd like to be before you go to sleep. And in a moment, I'll invite you to close down those eyes. But first, you can just enjoy the comfort of where you've placed yourself. And you can feel into all those points of contact between your body and the surface beneath you. And it's an opportunity now to invite a deep relaxation and rest. And just allow that body to start to let go. And so each muscle throughout the body can release now in its own time. As you invite that deep release and relaxation, you can trust that letting go feeling will deepen. And I'd like you to just bring into your awareness the idea of what it might be like to be lying down in a small clearing near a forest. And so while you lie here, wherever it is that you've found yourself today, you could use that powerful imagination to see in your mind's eye that your body is actually lying over the grass. That's it. And if you haven't closed the eyes yet, make sure that they close down when you're ready as you enjoy this invitation to lay here in the grass. The sun over your face and over the skin. Maybe you can feel the warmth of that sun on the skin. And you might start to sense that there are a few clouds moving through the sky. Perhaps as you look up to the sky, you can see that beautiful blue colour and the white clouds moving gently and slowly through the sky. And from time to time, that sun is blocked out from different parts of your body. And at other times, it warms you entirely. And maybe you can feel now that that sun is shining over your head. And the muscles in the face, and the muscles in the forehead, and those tiny muscles at the top of your head can all begin to let go now. Enjoying that beautiful heat from the sun above you. And it's as if this heat is an invitation to release. And so maybe you can feel that heat moving now to the neck and the shoulders. That's it. And it's as if this heat can move through you as it invites this deep release and relaxation. Feeling now as that sun shines over the chest and the upper arms. And the muscles here can let go now, can't they? And as this heat moves through the body, maybe you can sense that those tiny muscles around the eyes and the nose and the mouth are ready to completely let go. And as this heat from the sun shines over the head and the shoulders and the chest and the upper arms, you can sink a little deeper into that surface beneath you, feeling completely supported. That's it. Inviting that heat now in the lower arms and into the hands. Perhaps you can feel it between your fingers. There might even be a little tingle at the fingertips as this heat invites this release and relaxation to occur. And maybe you're curious to see just how relaxed you can become. And you invite this sunlight to bring with it that invitation to let go. As it flows from the top of your head down over the face and the neck and the shoulders and the arms and the hands. Warming the belly now. Maybe you've noticed already that your breathing has slowed. And that's just a sign from your body that it really is starting to relax and let go. And those muscles are even more relaxed than before. And you can allow that relaxation to flow now through the hips and the tops of the legs. And maybe you can feel the heat from the sun flowing over your entire body, but heating you here through the hips and the legs. The knees and the lower legs are enjoying that warmth also as you release all the muscles through the legs, surrendering to the earth beneath you, held and supported. Enjoying that heat now through the ankles and the feet. Releasing through the feet as this heat flows through each and every toe. And the clouds from the sky are clearing now, aren't they? And perhaps you can feel this heat over your entire body. It's getting even warmer. And it feels good, doesn't it? That's it. Maybe there's a little bit of a floating sensation as you surrender into that supportive surface beneath you. And as you lie here in the grass, enjoying that sunshine, notice the roots that are growing down from your body into the earth. That's it. Maybe you can see those roots in your mind's eye. They might be thick, strong roots flowing downward into the earth. And you can see them moving now, can't you? Getting a little deeper through all the rocks and the gravel, through the soil, and all of the different layers down deep into the earth. And while some of these roots wind and flow directly downward, others are spreading a little wider, helping with that support and that stability. While you have these thick, strong roots moving outward and downward, perhaps you can sense that there are some smaller roots flowing off of these. And they are taking advantage of the nourishment and support of the earth beneath you. Perhaps you can see that one of these roots has flowed even deeper than the rest. And in fact, in this timeless space, it has made its way all the way to the center of the earth, where it can become wrapped around and entwined with this beautiful red ruby here, glowing, pulsing, the heart of Gaia, of the Earth Mother. Maybe you can sense that this offering of support has always been here, and that this nourishment is an offer that flows both ways. While this beautiful, giving and supportive earth has got a lot to give you, you can feed it also by releasing anything you no longer need to hold. And that might happen now, or it might happen in a few minutes' time. Maybe you'll be consciously aware of what you're releasing. Maybe it's at the subconscious level that this release is occurring. Perhaps it's more of an energetic release that's taking place now, allowing that release to occur in its own way. And as you enjoy this support and connected feeling, returning to the awareness of that sun heating the body. Maybe you can sense a connection flowing first from the crown of your head out into the cosmos, out into space and beyond, connecting to that point that makes the most sense for you. Maybe you can see that connection as a stream of light or a golden thread. Maybe it's white or another color or another substance. That's it. And maybe you can sense now that while it does flow from the crown of your head to that special place out in space, it actually flows from every part of you, every muscle, every cell, every fiber, flowing in all directions, connecting to everything else. And perhaps you can feel that movement through the body as your awareness flows through this connection. Feeling what you feel and noticing what you notice. Releasing even more deeply now into this supported, beautiful place. And you can bring all of your awareness now down deep into the body. Your physical body here, lying over the earth. Bring that awareness to a central point, beginning down at the root of the spine. But rather than having that central point be so tiny that it's just the root of the spine. I'd like you to encompass your entire lower half. Well, the center point might be at the root of the spine. It includes both legs, doesn't it? And with your awareness on this lower part of the body, maybe you can see that red color, that red, grounded, connected color. Feeling into support. That theme of nourishment, inviting trust, being curious about prosperity, being clear about your strength. And you belong here, present here with your body, sensing that safety, that vitality, seeing what you see, and feeling what you feel. Maybe there are sounds or movement or other imagery that comes to mind as you anchor into that safety and security that is yours to know and recognize. You have the right to be here. And you are important too. You're growing stronger and more connected, aren't you? And it's nice to anchor into that safety, and knowing that you can trust yourself, and that you do trust the world around you, and that all of your experiences are opportunities. That's it. It feels good to feel connected into the body, doesn't it? There are certain things that you do from time to time that help you feel even more connected, aren't there? And if you need to anchor into more of this connection, it's an opportunity to value and prioritize those things that nurture this grounding, nourishment, this recognition of support and connection to the world around you, and owning that you belong. Allowing that beautiful red colour that encompasses the lower half of your body that might be centered somewhere near the root of the spine to flow now through every muscle, every fibre, every cell of the body. Knowing that no area of the body exists in isolation. You can feel into that grounding, that support, that belonging, your abundant self. There's an infinite supply of anything you could need here. You just need to believe it. And you've found evidence of that, haven't you? You're finding even more evidence of that, aren't you? I'd like your center of awareness to shift upwards slightly, moving up the spine, just centered around the pelvis and the low belly. That's it. Maybe this awareness in this space flows a little bit like water as that orange glow emanates from the low belly. That's it. And as you feel that sensation of movement, you can invite any emotion that might come forth. All emotions are welcome here. That's it. It's okay to desire whatever it is that you desire in life, isn't it? As you feel into this orange, beautiful colour that's flowing, centered in the pelvis and the low belly, allowing that beautiful colour to permeate the body, flowing into every atom, breathing that colour through the body, knowing that creativity, your ability to manifest, that's it. Trusting your place here. Allowing yourself to hold whatever needs to be held. And as you feel that movement, maybe it's a sway from side to side or a flowing like water, allow that movement to move any stuck energy here. And can you perhaps notice that everything is already beginning to free? Anything that needed to be released is beginning to move its way down those roots and into the earth. And it's safe to change from time to time, isn't it? It's okay to choose what's right for you and what's not. It's also okay to feel into what feels good. It's more than okay, it's your birthright. Allowing that to move through you in a way that makes sense for you. In a way that makes sense. Enjoying the senses and sensations. You can experience any sensation. Allowing the senses to guide you today. What does it feel like to smell into this sensation? What does it feel like to taste movement? What are the physical sensations that come with need and desire? And can you hold that pleasure? That's it. Seeing what you see and feeling what you feel as you anchor into this sensation and this knowing that you have the right to enjoy sensation, and you can own your emotions. But more importantly, you focus on the fact that you choose your pleasure. It's okay to need something, isn't it? And we're going to allow any emotion that arises to move and be felt. And it's nice to know that you're safe here to do that. You can feel into that stability, those points of contact between your body and the surface beneath it. It's safe to feel what you feel. Maybe you're curious to just lean into whatever comes next. Using the breath to allow that movement through the body. And inviting what would like to stay. And releasing what would like to leave. That's it. Allowing this beautiful orange colour to flow through the entire body now. Filling every cell, every muscle, every fibre, that invitation to your right to pleasure and sensation and emotions. Feeling it all. It feels good. That's it. Allowing your awareness to shift slightly once again into the core, into the center and upper belly. Feeling that inner glow, that inner sunshine, that golden ray from within. And there is power here and energy here, but a balanced energy that is connected to the rest of the body. It's okay to feel into this willpower, this sense of self and who you are in the world and what you can do. It's good to feel into action when it's inspired action, isn't it? And with the awareness at the core, feeling into that heat flowing through the body, allowing that heat to build and rise and move. And as I state these words, you can feel into the knowing of each of these. Power. Your power. Willpower. And self. Self-esteem. Your sense of self. Your self-efficacy. The knowledge of what you're capable of. And the willingness to take action when inspired to do so. Action that you get to choose. That's it. And feeling into this sense of self. while also remembering that connection to everything that we anchored into, and inviting that balance between the two. It's okay to have a healthy ego, isn't it? Maybe you can feel the warmth of your own personality, feeling into the confidence that is anchored here, that you own. There might be a spontaneous, playful energy here too. This invitation to laugh and make light of things. But also your ability to take action and own your own power. Allow that warmth now to flow through the entire body. Maybe you can see that yellow colour moving with it as it emanates from you, permeating the entirety of who you are and beyond. And that's it. Seeing what you see and allowing what you allow. Noticing what you notice. And perhaps it's a memory or a scene. And as they come and go throughout this journey, allow yourself to become aware of the meaning, the deeper meaning, the opportunity for healing that is present in this journey and the intention that you brought to this time. And we're going to move that awareness now into the chest. And with the awareness in the chest, just taking a moment to recognize the lightness of the feeling here. And the centeredness. Like there's an opportunity to really know yourself here. There's an invitation. And maybe there is a green color here. You might also sense a nice light pink weaving through. Devotion lives here. Allowing that colour to emanate from this heart centre. But it doesn't only live here, does it? It flows through you and outward. This invitation to connect and embrace with another. That's it. That's an important feeling, isn't it? And we can be balanced in that invitation, can't we? When you feel into this idea of love, start first at the sense of self-love. Turn that love inward. You deserve, you own the right to self-love. That self-love doesn't come from just you as the separate self, not just from the egoic self, but from that bigger self, that part of you that's connected to absolutely everything. And can you sense that absolutely everything is turning that awareness directly and undivided attention toward you? And that love that's flowing towards you is you. Because you're a part of it all. Just allowing that love to fill you. And first it might just fill the center of the heart space. And then it might bloom like a rose or a flower. And it might shine through the chest and the body. Inviting that love to grow and overflow. Using every sense to know this love in a new way. What is it like to smell this love? And can you sense that love flowing down the roots and into the earth? Maybe you can sense that it's being met with that exact love being returned to you. And as you allow that love to flow outward from your body, connecting to every atom in the universe, and it's also being directed to you from every atom in the universe. What does it feel like to breathe that love into the body? Seeing what you see. Feeling into that balance, that intimacy with self and other. And now that it's fully within you, turning to offer that to those around you that are important to you today. Offering that out into the world. Connecting with the hearts of others. That this love, this connection, this intimacy is also a self-trust. And that balance flows beyond just love. That health is a product of that trust and balance. That the natural balance of every cell in your body comes from staying in this love, remembering this love, tapping into this love that is present everywhere. It's thick in the air, and you are resonating with it. And it's getting stronger now, isn't it? And every cell in your body has always resonated with this feeling. And you're remembering to listen. Allowing the green or the pink or any other colour that you see here to flow through the entire body. Maybe as you breathe, you can feel that flowing through, permeating every cell, every fiber, every atom. And this colour extends beyond your own body, doesn't it? Flowing outward and inward, flowing forwards and backwards through time. This love here in your present self, in this present moment, is also being sent to every previous version of you that's ever existed. We don't have to worry ourselves with that now, here in this present moment. And that's it, feeling into the stability of that surface beneath you, free to move that energy through you, knowing yourself as you are here today, in love, allowing that awareness now to move up into the top of the chest, the throat, the neck, the lower head, feeling that blue colour, breathing that blue through you. And as you feel into this space, maybe you can sense the lightness once again. And perhaps you can hear the sound of your own breath as you breathe, allowing this colour to flow and move with your awareness anchored here, seeing what you see, noticing what you notice as you feel into this theme of resonance, of frequency, of permission to communicate and articulate, to be heard but also to listen. The balance of communication flows both ways, doesn't it? And there's that respectful understanding of inviting another's perspective. And then manifesting your own perspective to be heard, for somebody else to bear witness to that which you create, to make manifest your creativity out into the world, not simply with voice, but with resonance. That's it. And it's nice to feel into your own voice, isn't it? This resonant, clear communication, living creatively, this bright blue self-expression. And what does resonance mean to you? Inviting resonance here. Inviting authentic expression here. Permission to release anything here. And if that needs to be a cough, if you need to cry out, you have permission now to make that noise. Go on. That's it. And anything that needs to be released from here can be moved through and felt through, or released through the roots or out into the world. You've got permission to move it all. In rhythmic flow, trusting your sense of timing. That's it. Perhaps you can sense that invitation to communicate more. And it's become even more safe now to allow the energy here to connect to the areas around it. Maybe you're noticing that you can really relax through the head and neck and shoulders. And that this release is an opportunity for a new story. And that silence is important medicine here also, in balance. And that's it. Allowing this blue colour that brings with it all of this feeling and knowing to flow through the entire body, to resonate with each and every muscle, every tendon, every ligament, every fibre, every cell. I can speak. I deserve to be heard. It's safe to share my opinion. It's important that I share my opinion. It's important that I share my message. It's critical that I allow my expression. And breathing this through the body now as the awareness shifts just that little bit higher into the center of the head. That's it. And allowing this beautiful colour, perhaps it's indigo, violet or purple, allowing this colour to not only be present here, allowing this colour to move and connect wherever it needs to go within the body and outside of the body. And there's a knowing here, isn't there? And this part of you is connected deeply to a lot of the other parts of you, isn't it? Enjoying any visions, any imagery that's coming forth. And what does it feel like to connect this intuition with the gut, sensing that clear pathway. And that while it might be consciously seen and visually understood in this area in the mind and the head, it's simultaneously felt and known in the body. And that important connection is being reinforced now. This powerful visualization, your ability to interpret senses and extrasensory information here, in the realm of insight, dreams and visions, anchored into a knowing and a connected understanding with everything that ever was and ever will be. Feeling into your intuitive, perceptive, imaginative self. And that it doesn't exist just here in the center of your mind, does it? This is just one place that you can resonate with everything outside of you and everything in every other part of you. It's a way to manifest understanding from other areas, to see, to recall, to remember, to trust the symbols and the images and the insights and the meaning. And that our understanding can be sound and story, can be analogy and metaphor, can be image, and it can be connected to everything else, can't it? Allowing this energy to intensify and move through the body. Perhaps you can sense or visualize or understand those connections. The neural pathways throughout the entire body, those neurons that are present from the gut, the heart, the head, and everywhere in between. Connected by the vagus nerve in physicality, but perhaps connected energetically in other ways that are much more quantum. Connected to the non-physical part of all that is. Here to be made manifest and understood in this physical reality. This understanding stems beyond what is physical, doesn't it? Although what is physical is also very important and valuable, isn't it? Just allowing this colour now to move its way through the entire body, feeling what you feel and seeing what you see, and allowing what you allow. As you allow this awareness to move now to the crown of the head, there's no longer any need for colour. It's clarity. And while the centre of this awareness might be right at the top of your skull, it might also be just above and outside of you, as much as it is inside of you, or maybe even more so. And while this clear clarity might not have a colour, it's as present as any other colour, isn't it? It's the basis of it all. And it glows from this point through the body and outward into everything. And it feels good to anchor into this understanding, doesn't it? Transcending what is just physical. Connected to everything. Maybe not just in a linear way. It doesn't have to make sense in a linear fashion, does it? For it to make sense. And it can be even better understood when connected to everything else, can't it? Assimilating that knowledge, remembering your truth. Perhaps you can sense that this is mirrored in every cell and every atom that ever existed anywhere. This knowing, this opportunity for connection, for transcendence, for understanding, for resonance, being both manifest and non-manifest, being both physical and non-physical, knowing all of it and some of it and part of it all at once. That's it. Becoming aware of this awareness. And that it goes both ways, doesn't it? The quantum can be felt, can't it? Now perhaps with this experience coming to an end, you can sense or see or feel some form of new understanding or a deepening of that understanding. Just allowing any imagery or memories, insights or visions to come to mind now. That's it. And just noticing what happens next. And what happens next. And as you begin to drift and float in this experience, you'll carry forth any understanding that you gained into the days and weeks that follow this experience. But for now, all you need to concern yourself with is absolutely nothing at all. This is your invitation to begin to drift now into that deep, restorative sleep. The type of sleep that repairs every cell, every muscle, every fibre. The type of sleep that's already come easily now, hasn't it? Or maybe in a moment